Where is it most price competitive?
Well, this is going to surprise you, but it's far more price competitive in Asia, in China, in India than it is in the more mature markets here at the moment. The reason is that a lot of people have exited the mature markets and chased growth elsewhere. And when you have a very large position in some of these mature markets, you can get appropriate margin. Now, there always has to be value for money for the consumer. And as a business, we spend an extraordinary amount of time looking at how we price this. But, you know, in the digital space, we can produce products 30% cheaper than we could ever do it before.
That means what? That I go online and I say, Francine Lacqua, this, and this, and you can say, right, your policy can be this much. So I never speak to someone. Is that with the digital?
So you go online.
Yeah.
We use big data. If, let's say, your home insurance, to find out how big your house is, what it's made out of. We can give you a quote without asking you any questions at all. It's cheaper. We use AI. It's more automated. Our expenses are much lower. So your price is going to be much lower than it's ever been. It's good. And yet our margin is higher. So margins up and prices are down. But we think that's sustainable. But
so it's what, all in the algorithm? The fact that you're pricing it differently compared to your competitor?
It's all about artificial intelligence and big data. You know, we have close to 600 data scientists, people that sit around all day building algorithms. That might not sound so fun to you, but these guys love it. And what it means is you get all this massive amounts of data, and this has always been a data industry. And when you combine that with other distribution, like, for example, in China with our JV with Tencent, now, despite what the press is saying, things like JP Morgan and Berkshire Hathaway, which of course is an insurance company after all, and Amazon, they weren't the first. There's been plenty of other JVs, and those JVs, in my view, are the way of the future.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit about healthcare later. Are you managing to get like one customer for all the insurance policies, or is it still tough to get, you know, the same person that buys house insurance to buy policy insurance, like life insurance and all of that? Yeah,
and then you've got asset management over top of that, I guess. So more and more, and that is the way of the future. I think for the next decade, what you call a composite insurer, ones that have got all those things wrapped together, if you can do it simpler and cheaper without asking questions, I think that will change the market.